Alright, so this brings me to perhaps one of the most important videos of this whole course of AI website building using FlexiFunnels, and that is the prompting. Okay, so single prompt website. So inside this, the prompt that you are going to give is going to decide the kind of website that you are going to be building, right? So for example, let's say we created this page earlier, yoga course selling page, right? So if I come back and use the same example, see, the whole point is that how specific. So if you need to remember just one word of giving the prompts, the word is specific. How specific your instructions are. So let's say let's open these pages that we have built, okay, and let's see. So what do I mean by specific? By specific, what I mean is, let's say, what's the goal of the page? Let's say if I just write yoga page, now I don't have any clarity, right? The AI does not have any clarity. What do you want from a yoga page? Do you want to book personal consultation? Do you want to sell your courses? Do you want to do a webinar? So you have to write that, build a, let's say something like build a one-to-one yoga consultation page with me, like whatever, right? And and it can also be, let's suppose, the pricing, for example, and the target audience. So what the goal is, so let me write down a few things, okay? The goal, the target audience, let's say the target audience is let's say females over 30, or let's say target audience is working females over 30 who are stressed, something like this. So basically the goal has to be specific, the target audience has to be specific, and what else, like when can they book the call, what is the price, if there is a course, then what is the price of the course. Let's look at these pages, the pages that we built, right? um, let's say if I open one of these pages, yeah. So if it's a course, then how many eyes course. If it's a call, how many eyes call. If there are lessons and videos, then how many lessons, how many videos. If it's a webinar, then what is the date of the webinar, then what is the timing of the webinar. Like all those things have to be mentioned. You have to be specific with your prompt, like what exactly is what you need, right? Also also see, this is AI which is going to build your pages for you. So you can mention a few sections that you definitely want on your page. So that is something that is going to be helpful for you, right? So for example, we have given you a very good resource. The resource is this Google Sheet, okay? You can also use keywords like long form. So for example, you want a long form page, which means that you want a long page. And or you can also be specific that I only want these 5 sections. So like, see, you are talking to your designer, your copywriter, and your internet marketer all at once. So you decide what you want to tell to that person or to those people. Only when they have the clear instructions they will do that, right? So let's say we have given you this very good resource. We will attach the link over here. And the resource is that in this Google Sheet, we have written down a lot of um, sections which are typically used in a landing page. So if you will see on a sales page, these are the sections which are typically used, right? We have made this full comprehensive list. Similarly, on a webinar registration page, these are the sections which are typically used. On a lead magnet page, on a course launch page, these are the sections which are typically used. So if you want to be specific with respect to your sections, you can be specific with respect to this. For example, let's say add let's say in your prompt. um, okay, so once you have written the target audience, the key information, the specific details about the page, about the program, about the service, about whatever you are offering, right? You can add something like this: make sure to add the following sections slash elements, and then you can go ahead and type something like this. Let's say key benefits, emotional and logical, focus on transformation. And you can be even more specific over here. Let's say 8 key benefits. So now the AI knows ki, okay, I have to write down 8 benefit pointers, right? The other one can be, let's suppose you can go back to the sheet that let's say process how it works. Let's suppose you definitely want this section. See, AI is going to build a whole page for you, right? And it's not like that, these sections that you are giving, it's only going to give you those sections. It is going to create its section on its own. But if you want some section for sure, because AI is going to do it randomly, of course it will be conversion optimized, but it will be random. But if you need something for sure, then you need to mention, again, be specific. Again, the whole thing is be specific. For example, future page section, right? So this is something that I want on my page. Let's say I want who this is for and who this is not for. This section I definitely want on my page. So again, you need to write down whatever you want on your page, right? So all the specific instructions you need to provide, and once the instructions are provided, then you click on this button which is going to start building your page for you, right? So be specific about everything that you want. Spend some time in writing down everything on a pen and paper, and being very specific, maybe doing the research on some of the competitor websites if you want. And like, this is like when you are doing it at a very pro level. See, you have already seen, let me come back to it. You have already seen, if you will just type this, it is still creating a magical page for you, which is going to work like crazy. So it is already doing the job for you, and it is already doing the job for you beyond your imagination. For example, these pointers, emotional balance, deeper connection, physical vitality, like all of these sections, all of these benefit pointers have come by itself. And this is beyond my imagination, showing it in this way with a graph, with a percentage. Like, it's already doing a fantastic job. So even if you will just go ahead and type just one line or just one word, it is still going to do a magical work for you. But again, if you are more specific with the instructions, it's going to be helpful for your conversions, right? If there is a specific date about some event, maybe some webinar, mention that date. So again, being specific is the key over here, right?